Wow, hello. Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Hello.
Moo.
What's up?
With the Uncivilized. Intellects, of course, we're here. It's a huge day. A huge, exciting day. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Aflamu Johnson. I go by Moo. And then we got Brian Adams. Hello, Brian.
What's going on? I go by Brian B. Adams.
Adams. Zach, hello, you shit. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. I
Hey,
go
buddy.
by Zach. My name is Zach. I like to be called Zach. You can call
That's
me
his
Zach.
name. His name is Zach.
My name is Zach.
Oh, my God. I don't know where to begin with this shit. There's so much shit going on. It seems like during the quarantine, for me, I was like, oh, things are kind of leveling off. I guess that shit's not going to get too much worse. And shit is literally getting worse every fucking week.
Every day,
I mean, every motherfucking day. You just look in the mirror and you're like, God damn, am I going to die? Like, what is going on? There's so many homeless. Yesterday was so bad. I saw a homeless person give another homeless person $1. He was like, damn, you're worse than me. Like, when you see homeless give another homeless money, you know it's fucked up. LA is just fucked up. LA can't get out of its own fucking way, Brian. And what is with these niggas throwing a party? Why do niggas always got to throw a guy? I mean, I was almost like Homer Simpson when the police showed up that one episode and Homer in his mind was like, don't be the boy, don't be the boy, don't be the boy. And it was Bart, who was the head of the Lord of the Flies thing. Remember that classic episode where Homer lost weight? Then as soon as he saw Bart, the hair he grew fell out and his gut came back. And I was watching, it said, party in the hills, 200 people got shot. I was like, please don't be us. Don't be us. Don't be us. And I was like, of course. We had to fucking get a house in the hills for an NFL draft party. Nobody's wearing masks. 200 people. The first person I texted was B. I was like, what are we doing, bro? Brian, what the fucking niggas doing up there?
I do have some...
Whoa. Did they shot a fucking girl?
Yeah.
I have some redeeming news. I have some redeeming news, though. Did you guys see? They're saying it was not a draft party. That was just a cover-up used. That this was actually a party thrown by the 8-Tray Gangster Crips.
Yeah, I did hear something like that, too. I heard it was something like they had a party there. It was a set day. So,
yeah.
Like a hood day.
I mean, when you think about it, look, that's a pretty stupid excuse, but this article says, this is a TMZ article that says they talked to cops, and the cops said they don't have any information saying that it was an NFL player. And also, think about it, the NFL draft was held in April, and rookies are already in training camps.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are they throwing
Would you have an
a party
NFL? No.
in August that you just got drafted? Like, the whole thing doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I'm like, all right, a shooting, shit was wild. It sounds like that was a pretty poor excuse and a bad attempt at a cover-up.
Plus, any draft guy is already knows he's reporting in almost in isolation right now.
Absolutely.
Because the NFL's trying to do what the NBA is going to do. And we're going to get to the fucking NBA with that great bubble. I see Brian is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian's here. Grits Jenkins. He's like doing push-ups in his living room and having sex with unnamed Latinas or some shit. An R&B fucking legend. Brian, will you please tell me when you saw that story? Because I definitely texted you like, niggas need to chill the fuck out. God damn.
Well, first of all, if they called this guy and rented this mansion and said, hey, I'm an NBA draft player, and whoever it was believed him.
That's a good point.
Like, oh, yeah, he's black? Oh, yeah, he's definitely a football player. Okay,
cool. Yeah, and then the neighbors, they showed us like, these niggas is blocking the street. One white boy just had to park down the hill. Because you go up in those hills, Bino, you had to park lower. You know what I mean? Then you got to take almost a shuttle to get up there.
Yep.
And the white neighbor just walked up and he said, there was motherfuckers just outside smoking weed. And he just walked straight through that shit. He didn't say shit. He was scared to death. So yeah, the gangs, and they even said, I think there was some gang activity. Zach, it was beyond gang activity. It was all fucking gang members.
Yeah, there was a fucking shooting. What do they mean there was gang activity? Yeah. There was. Somebody fucking died, if I remember correctly.
Well, they were robbing people at their own party.
Jesus Christ.
That's low-key fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hey. Real talk, that's some fucking genius ass shit right there.
Yeah. Only niggas would invite you to a party with the notion like we might rob some of these niggas at this motherfucking party.
Hey.
That is some classic shit. So obviously, the mayor's like, all right, we got to shut this shit down. If you have a gathering at the house now, being Zach, what's he gonna do now, being Zach? The motherfucker shutting off your motherfucking power, and the nigga shutting off your motherfucking water.
Hey.
That is serious. Like, don't fuck with us. He's sick of the numbers being the highest in the country. I think we beat New York, right?
Yeah.
We're way past them, even their initial stages, right, B?
Yeah, they said Central Valley right now in California is having a huge uptick right now. Central Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn. Again, guys, you know, the three of us, we do this podcast. People are listening. We thank people for listening, but I hope you really listen. Keep your motherfucking ass inside and wear masks. Like, stop being stupid.
Yeah,
and niggas, quit throwing big ass parties. You know you can't hide. You know they looking for you anyway. When they see a mansion and it's full of niggas with weaves and all kind of Hennessy being drank and barbecue being ate outside on the sidewalk, they see you black asses. Don't throw no more motherfucking parties, nigga. Shit.
Neighbors can smell the Hennessy.
Yeah, neighbors. Yeah, white folks are scared. The husband. Yeah, the husband is like, yeah, he can smell the pulled pork brine. The husband's like, God damn, I just marched for these niggas. I can't go yell at these niggas now. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's chill the fuck out. Let's be safe. Man, Brian, you know, there's some people. I got like tears coming in my eyes right now. There's some people that you just love and you fight for them. And this is a motherfucker, Zach, that I fought for years. Kanye West. Yes, baby, we going nigga to nigga, back to back stories, nigga to nigga. And Kanye is just niggering up the joint. White folks then found them somebody, you know what? We need a nigga to take some votes from Biden. Man, which nigga can we choose? Kanye West. God damn. Brian, please jump in.
Kanye West is Uncle Ruckusing the joint.
He's fucking everything up.
Kanye West is Samuel L. Jackson and Django. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. This is I mean, we really could have done the full podcast on this and the history of finding that Tom. A lot of times kids, you know, and then because kids don't really know the real definition. And Kanye really isn't this, but he's doing some traits of this. Like you'll see like a kid will, like a motherfucker will do something, oh, that guy's like a coon, or that guy's kind of doing something. This is that, kids. If you were wondering what that is, basically the definition of that is when you are doing something detrimental to the race, which is the black race. White people don't call other white people Toms and shit like that. White people just be white. Black people are like, hey man, I need y'all to kind of chill out on some shit because you're making us look bad. This looks really fucking bad. Why would you go and try to disturb what Biden's trying to do by grabbing basically niggas that are just like fans? Am I wrong, Brian?
No, you're not. I mean, and then you have an individual that was so pro-Trump.
So pro-Trump.
Now all of a sudden, he doesn't like Trump anymore. He wants to run against Trump. That doesn't
Come on now.
Pure lies.
Pure lies. I mean, Zach, this is a guy that, what was it, a month ago, Brian? God damn it, we just talked about this on the last fucking podcast. The nigga just said Eric Tubman gave niggas to white people. He said I tried to rape my own daughter, some shit like he obviously is in no mental capacity to make me ride a fucking bike. Yeah, this is mental health shit.
Yeah.
And what do the white people do, Brian? The Republicans are like, hey man, go get that nigga out of Wyoming and put this nigga on the goddamn belt. Because now they're fast tracking him. Which they be?
They prop him up and make him the face.
Yeah.
They're doing right now. They're getting him all his signatures so he can be ballot in Wisconsin. All of the swing states. You got to understand, Wisconsin was a swing state. It was a state that was difficult for Democrats to win, and I think the Republicans won. I'm not quite sure, but it was a swing state. It was one of those states that could go either way, and now Kanye West is there. Doesn't make any sense. All the states that they're trying to get him on the ballot are swing states.
God damn. And this is why when niggas was like, damn, Nick Cannon lost his job at Viacom. I'm like, hey, man, when white folks want their shit, white folks gonna come for their shit. And Trump's like, I want my shit. Go get that nigga, because there'll be black people that will be like, I love his albums, and I'll just vote for the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Zach, are you kidding me?
There were people that voted for Trump.
Yeah, I know.
He has no convictions and beliefs on anything, and he was just a celebrity. So,
Let me ask you this, but see, Zach, is this more of an indictment of just America that they will obviously, because we just voted in a guy that had a goddamn reality TV show, Kanye's going to take some votes. We do understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, as sad as it is, he absolutely is.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know it's bad when Zach, the minority actually on this podcast, he's like, God damn. Even Zach's like, niggas is fucking up. This is Kanye.
He's saying it mentally. He's saying it mentally.
Yeah, mentally. That's like shit. I'm at the one.
Man.
Yeah,
I heard the mental comment.
Yeah,
right?
Zach was like, niggas
Right?
fucking up, boy.
We're like 4 months in, and like you said, shit just keeps getting worse, man. Like
It's
at
worse.
a certain point, you're just like, all right, whatever, man. What you got? Like, let's do it.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing, and Brian, this is some of the blackest shit anybody would say. His campaign gear gonna be fire though. I'm buying some of that campaign gear. This is gonna be fire, baby. The campaign Kanye hat, fitted, fire. Campaign shirt, fire. He's probably gonna come out with some Adidas.
Could you imagine if Kanye West became president, actually won?
Brian, could you imagine?
This is a motherfucker that said he's going to start a new party, the birthday party. Okay?
Yeah. See,
what's wrong with that?
if Kanye West became president, I mean, I don't even know what I would do. I would just lather myself in barbecue sauce and let the dogs eat me. Like, it just would be some just outrageous shit. That is literally like the end of the world if Kanye won. But you know what? We've seen crazier things, haven't we, boys?
Yeah,
Kanye gonna get some votes. I hope that, actually, there is no hope. They're gonna push him through. Right?
Do you think that Kanye would steal some of the white votes from Trump? Because there's a lot of white people. There's a lot of white people that love Kanye. A lot. He could actually. I can see it backfiring in that way too. Like he's gonna steal some of Biden's votes, but he's gonna steal some of Trump's votes too.
Yeah. Zach, what do you think?
Uh,
Yeah, we're actually talking about this right now. This is Uncivilized. I actually got Uncivilized Intellects. We hear Zach, our token white guy, is going to answer the question about white people voting for Kanye. Are white people going to vote for Kanye?
I think young ones will.
And that's exactly who we need for Biden. So it's just,
Young,
it's a disaster.
Kids that don't really care about politics because they don't realize how much it affects them. And
Yeah.
They're voting because they want to vote, but they don't know who or what the fuck they're voting for. So
2020 is, go ahead, Brian.
I would say more white kids.
it's the equivalent of writing in Harambe when that election happened. Writing in the fucking like it's literally like it's fucking pointless, and you're taking nothing but votes away from somebody that actually fucking needs them. That's all it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zach, growing the beard back.
It's
The boy band, the tour is over. It was a week tour.
It's canceled.
Yeah, the tour got canceled. The boy band tour.
Huh.
Yeah. Fucking Zach, Harambe. Jesus, what a slam dunk. You're beautiful right now. Jesus Christ. It's just a mess. Guys, I wish I had something good. Just give us some time. I'm going to come to something good. I got more bad news. What the fuck happened in Beirut? Beirut looked like me dropping a big old turd in the toilet. Like, it was just a big old splash. Like, it wasn't too fast. I'm sorry for laughing. Hey, look, I'm already going to hell, so fuck everybody. The Beirut was fucked up, all right? The shit was fucked up.
Crazy.
That shit, yeah. I mean, what I heard was Russia had a cargo ship with ammonium nitrate that was just stranded in the port for years. I don't know how the fuck no one checked on this ship from Russia, and nobody was like, hey, man, we should probably check that cargo. Man, fuck that, man. We in Beirut. Let's get some Yitos or some shit, or whatever the fuck they eat in Beirut. And the motherfucker exploded. Now, Brian said he saw some shit on World Star where it looked like they blew the motherfucker up.
Well, yeah, they slowed down the video, and then they use where they annotate like the screens. So they circled something that looked like an elongated bomb that was being dropped at an angle, and it came sideways right into that cloud, that plume, and then it just exploded afterwards. I mean, I'm not quite sure how accurate it is, but I mean, if it is accurate, I mean, that's a huge problem. And also, I saw too that they had multiple explosions. They had an explosion in Iraq. They had an explosion in Wuhan, China. They had an explosion in France, all at the same time, same day. They're not really talking about that, but I did find various articles with regards to that.
You know what's funny? When I first found out about this, and like, people were sending me text messages and we were talking about it and everything right when it happened yesterday, my first thought, literally, like, this is one of the first times that it's really occurring to me that it could have, I think they've come out and said it wasn't, but that it could have even been any kind of a terrorist attack. Literally, we're just to the point now where it's like Moose said, I just assume that people are so fucking stupid that something stupid happened and somebody mishandled some shit and there was some giant explosive shit that shouldn't have been there. And like he said, somebody should have been checking on it and they were like, nah, I'm good. It's fine. It's been there. We're good. And it finally fucking exploded. Like, it never even, honestly, it never even occurred to me that it could have been in any way like an act of war or a terrorist attack or like, an intentional explosion outside of like just because of somebody's fucking stupidity. That's literally exactly what I thought and assumed.
Well, yeah, for Russia to abandon the ship there is really strange. I mean, that ship has been docked there since 2014. 2014 in the same place. And nobody from the Lebanese government or however that works went to that ship and said, let's find out what's on this ship. That's weird. Unbelievable. That's weird to me. I feel like they knew what was on there, and either they just left it there, or that was recently put there and it hadn't been there since 2014. I think the story's all jumbled up. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what country would allow a foreign ship to sit at their port for 6 years and not know what was on it.
I mean, that's a long con by Russia if they planted it there to fucking blow it up 6 years later. During the fucking pandemic. I mean, they fucked them up. Like you read, right? That was their main port. They're not able to import anything now. That country is fucked outside of like the damage, the structural damage that was done, the economic strife they're going through. That was literally their main port where all of the stuff that they import came through. And you saw the pictures. I mean, that port is gone. It's fucking decimated.
Beyond that port, man, there's probably dead. Like, that shit went miles inland.
Well, yeah, but that was all structural damage. I mean, literally, that port is a hole in the ground now. There's not even structural damage. There's nothing left of it. It's gone. Like the other shit, it's all, I don't, I'm not going to downplay it. It all sucks. But, the center of the explosion, man, they said it was something like over 100 kilotons of TNT was the equivalent. At first, they didn't think it was that much, but then they saw the damage and it cleared away. And they're like, this is insane. I mean,
Jesus. Yeah, 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate.
Just on a cargo ship.
Just sits randomly for 6 years. That's what's real weird to me, man. That's weird.
Yeah.
The crazy thing, and I haven't read anything else on this, yesterday they were only saying like 30 people died.
That's bullshit.
I mean, I know it is for sure, and that number's got to go up. I'm sure they're not even done getting through the wreckage
rubble.
Or the rubble, whatever you call it. But I was just like, it's got to be so much more than 30 people.
Oh,
way more. They got to go through all those buildings that collapsed. There was a lot of high rises that collapsed. They showed the aftermath. It's a lot of rubble they got to go through. It's a lot of people dead, probably.
Yeah, that shit is just tragic, man.
Did you see the video of the guy on the jet ski that was like right there in the water?
Oh yeah,
he jumps in the water. Yeah, no, like he was filming it because it was that big gray plume of smoke. You know what I mean? For a while, so he was filming it, and I think he has like a GoPro, probably on his chest or on his helmet. And like you see the giant explosion, and you could just see the shockwave coming towards him, and he just dives in the water, and you can still hear the fucking massive explosion. And he comes up, and like you can see everything that happened. It's wild. The comments on Reddit, people were like, "That shit saved his life." Like if he hadn't done that, the force of that shockwave with how close he was, oh my god, it would I can't even imagine. That shit was like Terminator 2. You remember at that park over in LA when she's holding onto the fence and the atom bomb goes off? And and everybody just gets turned to fucking dust and the buildings are gone. I mean, we should be laughing about that, but that's what it looked like. That's the craziest fucking shit I've ever seen. That explosion.
God.
And now to be in like 2020 with all the different angles, all the different, like that lady that was getting married, getting professional photos taken and shit, like all the camera footage. That shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, they showed a picture of this mom with her 2 kids in her apartment. I don't know how this woman had a camera in her damn apartment. So she's sitting on the couch, like holding one of her babies, and the other baby is looking out the window at the smoke cloud. Next thing you know, the glass just says, throws the baby across the room. The baby gets up and just look confused. He just wiped himself off and go over there and sit next to his mama. I'm like, wow, that baby's a savage.
Yeah, that's Beirut. That baby grew up in Beirut.
That's a Beirut baby. That baby
that's a damn Beirut baby.
Yep.
Shit, they're playing with grenades over there in Beirut. And mama probably had the camera up because she's probably a freak. She's probably on Pornhub Live.
OnlyFans.
Sticking bullets in that pussy.
Else for OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I mean, Beirut, a mess.
Yeah.
And you got to chalk that up to 2020. 2020.
Just gets better and better, man.
Keep getting better and better. People are still, without basically without here, the stimulus. The people need that, man. That's $600. Like I said last time, we don't have kids, so we pretty much cool. We can take care of ourselves. But now they're starting to interview single moms, people in regular America. They're like, hey, man, if I don't get something, we're going to be homeless. I think they're trying to agree on something today, actually.
While we're doing this, Mitch McConnell is a fucking piece of human fucking garbage. He could die in a fire for all I fucking care.
Yeah.
Listen, the stats came out. Do you know how much money that dude makes? Like, it's fucking gross. He makes several million a year, to the point they broke it down. That dude is making almost that $600 like a fucking hour.
Wow.
An hour. And telling fucking everyone in America that they don't need that money. Like, that dude can I'm not a religious man, but I hope there is a fucking hell, because I want to see Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump rot and burn in it for eternity, dude. Just the worst humans in American history. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Fuck those guys.
Old turkey neck McConnell.
Right?
Old turkey neck.
Dude, fuck that guy. Oh, my God. The most punchable fucking face. That's a fucking good.
There's a lot of good acting going on here. You did the Terminator 2. Brian's doing the turkey neck McConnell. Yeah, we got we got a little acting club going on here.
Right?
Yeah, I just feel like you two, something's got to happen. You got to help these people. Shit, people need help. Here's the thing. When they say, well, they're making more than if they were working, but people can't work. So what do you want them to do?
Well, people can't work, and the take away from that isn't that minimum wage isn't paying a livable wage. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you skip over that? It's like, oh, we're only paying them that much, and they're making more than they were making. Well, we can't have that. That's too much. These people that are barely getting by, they can't pay their bills and afford health care and basic necessities for their family. It's like, how do you skip that logical step? Already they're not getting paid enough, which is why they're making more now because of that 600.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking stupid. This whole thing.
It's a goddamn disaster. The vaccine's coming soon. Johnson & Johnson just signed $1 billion deal for it. The stock's rising. Vaccine, late October, early November. What are your thoughts on that shit, guys? I don't know if I'm taking the first fucking shot, but
I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to let it see what happens with the first people. But I mean, they're definitely, every country is working on it to obviously end this. So there will be an end in sight, and people will be getting back to work, hopefully safely, pretty soon. And this New Year's Eve, people are gonna be as drunk as fuck just to get the fuck out of 2020. 2020 is just a cooked piece of shit.
I don't think 2021 is going to be much better, guys.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes.
Yeah, I don't have high hopes, but it can't be any worse than 2020.
Plus, not to be funny at all, we
Yeah.
gotta fucking get there first, man. It's August. Like we got August, September, October, November, and December. We're barely halfway there, guys. We're barely past halfway. So I mean, if it
how
keeps
long have
on
we
this
been
trend,
in this though? We've been in this for what, 4 months?
it started the middle of March. Like I think we got the first like official lockdown was like March 14th or some shit.
Yeah.
So half of March, April, May, June, July, 4.5 months, almost right at 5.
Yeah, it's been a motherfucking long. It's been a long time. So we'll have to see what the fuck's going on. I know people are still moving through with shit. The entertainment industry still trying to do shit. Shout out to what's her name, Nia DaCosta. She's doing Captain Marvel 2, the first Marvel black director, which is cool. Female, which is even cooler. She's doing a new Candyman. Candyman is a classic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Talk about like certain things you just don't touch. This is Uncivilized, guys. Now we're getting out of the sad shit like the Beirut niggas dying. Now we're getting this a little bit more. Can you remake a classic?
Well, they try to. They've tried to fucking remake everything. I mean, there's a new. I guess there's a difference between doing a remake and like a continuation of. Like they're doing Bill and Ted's Excellent. Well, I don't know what it's called, but Bill and Ted, the third one, whatever the fuck it is, I think that's going to be awesome. Like continuing it on with all the same actors that have aged.
Yeah.
But to try and redo something like they've done, like the Aladdin with Will Smith
that didn't work. Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. And what some of the other ones that they've done, it's just like, just leave them be. They're fucking classics. Leave them alone. Candyman. I mean, it might be dope as fuck with technology now, what they could do.
Yeah.
But I think that's what made it so good was that it was, it was scary as fuck. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I might go back and watch
I remember
it.
the
This
first
movie
time,
sucks.
the first time I saw Candyman, and that brother came out, and they like in Cabrini Green in the projects. I was like, "This is scary ass shit."
You still won't find me in a fucking bathroom with the door closed and the lights.
Oh,
no. It just there's no reason for me to be, and it definitely ain't gonna fucking happen. Like,
no,
I'm a grown ass man, and I'm still
no. I remember when they redid Chucky. I didn't mind that child, but the original Chucky, when you was like you younger, huh?
Original Chucky was classic.
Oh, original Chucky is classic.
I love that shit.
Yeah. They were talking about redoing Back to the Future, and people petition like, "Hey, don't you touch that?
Right? Leave it the fuck alone. Leave
it alone.
Don't
touch that. Not my
audacity.
dog, Marty. Don't even think about it.
They even fucking suggest it.
Yeah, they even think about you touching that motherfucking Marty McFly. Right? Don't even think about it.
That's like if Eddie Murphy came back and did Beverly Hills Cop 4 or something.
Yeah.
I'll leave it alone.
No, he is. They're gonna do that. Funny Brad brought that up. Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're gonna do that, Brian.
No.
And then introduce them with the bad boys.
Yeah.
So he's gonna come from where was he from? Detroit, remember?
Yeah.
The nigga was doing the Neutron dance. My mama used to play that song. She used to whip my ass to that song. Oh yeah, the Neutron dance.
I used to love the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack.
Classic. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna come from Detroit and then help Will Smith and Martin Lawrence with the. I mean, that is just you're combining. The style of the movies aren't the same.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's just like it's not even the same kind of shit.
I wasn't even like I'm still on the fence about the last Bad Boys.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good, but I feel like there were definitely parts of that movie where you could tell they were trying to recreate the magic of Bad Boys 2. Because Bad Boys 2, for me, is one of my fucking favorite films ever. I don't give a shit how over the top and ridiculous it is. And yeah, that's the fucking point. I want explosions and cars flying down the highway with boats and explosions. And fucking the Hummer going down the hill through buildings and shit. Like, I want that. It was a fucking great film from beginning to end. And I feel like 3 or Bad Boys for Life, like, it was good, but you could definitely tell there were scenes where they were trying to recreate like actual scenes from that movie, like dialogue, with the captain and stuff. Like some of it just felt forced. It wasn't. It felt it's still good, but
that second Bad Boys was kind of reminding me of the Matrix Part 2, action packed. I used to love. That was my favorite Matrix.
Yeah. It reminds me of like seeing The Matrix, the first one, for the first time, and seeing like Avengers, the first one. Like I walked out of the movie theater from those hyped as fuck, like just excited because that movie was just so fucking amazing. You're just excited like a little kid,
Yeah. Recreating some of the old stuff is because Hollywood's afraid to take chances on new stuff, and people are just used to certain actors. As long as they don't touch Back to the Future, I think the Uncivilized are in agreement. I can't think of anything else that they could remake that, I don't know. Back to the Future is the one. Michael J, especially with his Parkinson's.
I was just about to say, dude, it's tragic. Like, if they could do what they're doing with Bill and Ted and do another one with him as like old, going back and becoming young or some shit, maybe.
But Michael J, I mean, that nigga's shaking. That nigga couldn't even open up a can of soda, much less open the motherfucking car door.
So who would be the next star of Back to the Future?
Tom Holland.
Yeah, the guy that's playing. That's a great call.
Gotta be.
The guy.
He looks like a young. Well, maybe not when I see him up close, but like in my head right now, he looks like he could be a young Michael J. Fox, or like in that vein. You know what I mean? Like his great grandson. In the future or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Holland, or an out of the box one.
Yeah.
Would be like the main black kid from The Chi, and Samuel Jackson as Doc Brown. Get in the car, motherfucker! Like Samuel. 88 miles an hour, nigga! Like him just yelling.
Jackson would be the doctor. Jackson would be the white guy with the
He's Doc Brown. He's Doc Brown. I am a scientist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I built a time machine out of a DeLorean. Yeah, just yelling. But niggas would fuck it up. You can't put plutonium. You got to put leftover juice from greens. So you got to cook some greens with ham hock. Brian like, The car runs off of soul food, Brian.
So they going back in time back to old slave days, like
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Zach, that's why you can't do a goddamn time travel movie with a black kid.
Yeah.
The nigga would show up and immediately like, you can't go in there, boy. He's like, shit, I can't go nowhere.
Right?
I can't drink out of shit.
That's one of my favorite Chappelle bits. So he talks about a time machine. And he's like, anything before 1980, no thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to that shit.
Like, I'm okay. No,
yeah.
I'm okay.
To do what? I go to the future, but I don't want to go back. That's
it's
hilarious.
Not Chappelle. It's Louis C.K. Because he has a bit where he's talking about being a white guy, and he's like, I could go back to the year 1. And he's like, doesn't matter. They'll be like, oh, right here, sir, a table for you.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Louis C.K., who also wrote for Chappelle's show. And he directed. Louis C.K. I think he directed Pootie Tang or some shit like that.
He did, yeah. He was a director.
Yeah,
he was
really
a writer.
close.
He was a writer and director of Pootie Tang.
And a lot of people don't know that Louis C.K. is Hispanic.
Sadate.
Yeah, Louis C.K. is Hispanic. He's like, he looks like a white guy, but he thinks it's half Hispanic. But yeah, people, so I know white people are probably wondering, I wonder if they'll have a black Marty McFly. The nigga can't go nowhere. No. He go to if he was in 1955, what was Grady Wilson, who turned out to be the mayor? What was he doing? The nigga was sweeping the floors. He worked in the goddamn soda pop shop. He ain't gonna be he ain't doing none of that shit. So
it's possible though. Look what they did for Spider-Man.
What happened to Spider-Man?
They put Miles in there as Spider-Man. Now we got custom Air Jordan 1 collaboration.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. He could go now. See if he went to the future, Brian. Yeah. Oh, but the car running off of soul food. So you throw neck bones in there, mac and cheese. He just got stopped at a soul food restaurant. Remember how they lifted up the thing and he threw the shit in there? Because they were throwing it in trash after a while, but you throw it in good old delicious soul food. And they should have a straw that comes out from the steering wheel so he can suck out the soul food juice while he drives. So you get a meal while you're going back to the future. Obviously, now we're talking about crazy shit once again on Uncivilized.
I just want it to be a gold light, like in Pulp Fiction. So every time he opens it, it's just a light shines in his face.
I'll give you that.
Big old.
Speaking of soul food, one of the blackest places on earth right now is the NBA bubble, where them just got big niggas. It just in a confined fucking space. Number one, I'm gonna get this out right off the fucking bat. Lou Williams did get a motherfucking strip dance.
Yeah.
Lou Williams.
Of course he did.
Got that booty shakes. They said there was no babies in the club. And goddamn it, Brian, There was a baby in the club, and of course she couldn't keep her motherfucking mouth shut. And she said, "Oh yeah, I gave Lou Will a strip, a little lap dance." She said I was 6 feet away. I'm like,
that's a damn lie.
that's a damn
Is this
lie.
fucking? At first, so is this news? Did anybody hear that and was like, "Oh my god! No, I can't believe that."
I actually thought for a second, I was like, maybe Lou Will did just get those wings. But then Brian, the rapper, the white kid, Jack Harlow, he was in there also. So I was like, wait a minute, why are rappers in there if ain't no babies in there?
Exactly.
And just eating. What is this, rappers or what? Like all these rappers are just in there eating? A rapper has a nice house where he can have babies in there. I'll just get the wings to go or get them delivered or send one of my boys. I'll send one of my boys to go get the wings. Lou Will went in there. His name's on the menu. I'm going to tell you right now, Magic City, a huge plug. Because I didn't tell you two motherfuckers what I did. Brian knows, I was just sending Brian photos from Magic City's website. I bought a t-shirt, a Black Magic City with white lettering t-shirt. Yeah, I did. And I am insisting on, that's why I hope the vaccine goes through. The three of us go to Atlanta. And we got to check it out and go get the wings. They got fried lobster tail. Like, you know me, I'm Menus Johnson. People, if you don't know, I love menus. I love Menus Johnson. I don't even like menus where like places I'm going to eat at. I just like reading the menus. Just weird shit.
Ordering. He likes reading them. He likes ordering everything on them and eating.
And then having like a bite of each and then like giving the rest to Brian and Zach.
I can recall Moo and I going to bars and the bartenders are astounded. We have appetizers going all the way across the one of everything. One of everything. And they're like, oh my God, are you guys going to eat all that? Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Yeah, you remember when you and Eric went to Yard House? Yeah. And we had like fucking 35 plates.
Yeah, but appetizers. That's a thing I'm going to do. And that's exactly what we're doing at Magic City. I already know where we're staying at. We're staying at the Hyatt. It's the closest to there. We're going to do the Juju Jamaican. We're getting the Lou Will. He's doing like a barbecue, lemon pepper. I mean, the wings are killer. And they got free pub, B, because then the motherfucking announcers are like, well, now we need some of these Magic City wings. You know, so even the white announcers are plugged. So whoever owned Magic City must have been like, thank you, Lou Will. Because I had heard of it, but I wasn't tripping off of it. Then I tripped off of it and bought merchandise from the motherfucker, Brian. Like, I got a T-shirt coming on the way. Jesus,
we already know Lou Will did not go there for the wings. He went there for the legs and the thighs.
Yeah, he went there for the legs and thighs now. He sure did. Speaking of that, what'd you say, B?
Wings were free.
Wings were free. Wings were free.
Lou Will.
Oh, Lou Will. Lakers, Clippers, Celtics looking good. The Suns look good.
I'm worried about the Lakers. I'm glad. Did you see the game the other night?
I did. They looked
no, against OKC.
Yeah. They got blown out.
They got smacked. Yeah. And Anthony Davis had 9 points.
Yeah, we can get into that a little bit. I just got to plug this again. Once again, guys, you went to Uncivilized. This is just podcast magic right now. You know, this is just beautiful times we're having during COVID. 3 niggas talking shit. Lakers, they were looking good, Brian. But Brian makes a fucking point. Anthony Davis, Zach, he tends to disappear, and I don't know why. When you was like 7'2", and God has gifted you with a full brow, you gotta take advantage of that.
You know, it keeps the sweat out your eyes.
Yeah, it keeps the sun out your eyes. You know what I mean?
I will give you that he seems to be one of those that he's either really fucking on or really fucking off. There really isn't like a middle ground. You know what I mean? You're either going to notice him because he's in your fucking face scoring like 40 points or...
You know what it is, Zach, too? And Cowherd says it, and I believe, I listen to Cal, I listen to them all. He's right about this. He ain't got no dog. You know what I mean? Like, Patrick Beverly has dog. Patrick Beverly went to high school in Chicago. Patrick Beverly type motherfucker, you know, he'll fight you over a number 2 pencil.
Right. Like, he's annoying as fuck. Pat Beverly.
But that's dog, though. He's a dog.
I'll give you that, but hold on. I can show you plenty of games from last season where Anthony Davis is the one on the court fucking throwing his giant fucking lanky ass body around, hitting that fucking floor, going for rebounds, doing shit, going the extra fucking mile. So
the problem is that he ain't doing that in the fourth. No, his points in the fourth, Zach, are bad. I don't know what Kawhi's doing. Kawhi and them lost, but the Suns, Devin Booker, You know, that light skin, them sugar cookies. That Devin Booker hit that nasty shot over them. The Celtics beat the dog shit out of the Nets. I mean, the Nets might as well go. I don't know what Zion ass doing. Whenever you got the face of a baby with a beard and you 6'8", 285, something wrong with you. So, I mean, Zion's out there trying to make things happen. They don't even want to play that nigga. So I don't even know why the Pelicans are even there. They should just go home. There's just –
Sixers are done.
They're done. I will tell you this. Houston looks good.
Real good, yeah.
Yeah.
Houston looks real good. Portland looks good. I don't know if I want to see Portland with Melo. Melo's lost a lot of weight. You know, he's not seeing Layla anymore. I think he's more focused. I think he's getting sick of the narrative that he can't win anything. So it'll be very interesting to see what he does.
He's got to win something to get rid of that narrative.
So. Yeah, you got to win something. That motherfucker was a goddamn disaster. I mean, shit, Melo wouldn't even pass the fucking ball. Brian, is this more focused? And Zach, if you've been watching the games too, chime in, is this more focused basketball? I feel like I'm watching some of the best shit ever.
Yeah, I think so. And a good example is that dude from Indiana that's averaging 40 points per game. What's his name? T.J. Warren?
You mean the nigga that was working the door with us at the bar? Yeah. The nigga that used to work at Cabo frying fries. Zach, this is like a nigga I'd never heard of. Somebody was like, hey, man, T.J. Warren scored 53 points. I was like, wow. Next question. Who the fuck is T.J. Warren?
Yeah,
he's averaging 40 points a game with 65% field goal percentage.
No distractions, Zach.
That's what I was gonna say. I think it's more intense and better because it's more laid back and they're more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you even see them. They're on the court laughing and fucking around with each other. They're joking around. They're having a good time. And they do that on the court. But you can't do that when you have people talking shit in your fucking face, you know what I mean, 15 feet away, courtside or in the stands, screaming at you. You know what I mean? So now that those are all just digital faces that they're not paying attention to, I think it's a combination. I think they're having more fun, which makes it more fun for us to watch.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about somebody courtside throwing a cold-ass glass of Hawaiian punch on your ass.
No NBA arena has Hawaiian punch unless the NBA Brian just named the blackest drink. Where we gonna eat at? That like that little baby, that black ass baby ball. It looked like me when I was 20 years old. Where we about to eat at?
Or the cold ass glass of Tang on it.
Yeah, Tang on your motherfucking ass. Shit, crystal clear Pepsi on your motherfucking ass.
Oh, Zach like Tang.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got basically no baby mamas. You don't have those girls in the city that you're going to. Like, everybody got their own girlfriend. Shaq we would pay girls basically mortgages. So he had a place to go in every city. You're not doing that. You don't have to deal with your kid because your kid ain't there because your kid can't be in the boat. You can't even with the COVID shit. You don't have your boys showing up. Hey man, let's go play 2K. Let's go to the. You can't do any of that. So it's just like a strict focus. The NBA already, guys, is talking about doing the bubble for next season. Mm-hmm. Already, like, we're gonna bubble these guys for a month. So all the East Coast and all that kind of, so they might even change the format, but they're gonna bubble them for a month and give them some time off, then bubble them again. The NBA is working. MLB is gonna be done. Shit, MLB niggas. Everybody got COVID in the NBA.
I feel like I'm worried that it's only a matter of time before all of these get something. You know what I mean?
I mean, the NBA's been pretty tight, like mermaid pussy tight, but the MLB, they're done. Football, we're not even gonna talk about that.
It's too late, yeah.
They get the fuck out of here. Football, you're tackling somebody, Brian.
But think about how close you are in basketball, man. All it takes is one fucking Lou Will to get away with that shit instead of getting caught.
Yeah.
And it
here's the thing,
like
though.
Wildfire, and that whole bubble's fucked.
But the NFL collisions, I say, do cause more of a problem with your lung capacity. I feel like, and I feel like it definitely affects your lungs. This virus, so I feel like the constant hitting and the gasping.
But B, think about how close you are when you're pushing up against somebody with no mask and nothing guarding your face and breathing and sweating and doing that with fucking 10 guys on a court for 2 hours.
But here's the thing to both of you. You're talking about what's an NBA, what's the bench in the roster? What is it, Brian? About 14 people?
Yeah, about 14 people.
So maybe like you got assistant coaches and people, what are you talking about, like 22, 23 people? Goddamn NFL roster is 70.
Yeah, I was going to say
that's
80
one.
Fucking people.
So now you're talking about 80 people, 30, what's the NFL, 33 teams? Get the fuck out of here. One NFL team equals like 3 NBA teams. so it's easier to quarantine them, Zach. You can't, where are you going to keep, I don't even know the math on 80 times 33. That's a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, I like NFL. I don't want to see people get sick. And a lot of guys, Brian, are bailing out. You know, sometimes, guys, you got to bail out. Sometimes you can't do anything. You just can't do everything, Brian. You can't go to a house party that a DJ and producer is throwing. And you can't be in one of the biggest rap groups that's ever been fucking created. And you try to smoke a blunt with a girl, and the girl says, nigga, get away from me. And then you follow the girl into the bedroom, Zach, that's right. You know where I'm going with this. And you say, bitch, I'm Takeoff. I'm the nigga that's like, yeah, I don't even know any lyrics from Takeoff, yeah. Takeoff's the dude in the back that's like in Color Me Bad, there was like the main white guy, the two black guys, and I think it was an Asian guy. And the Asian guy was always in a video like this. You remember in the 90s when niggas was like, yeah, that's it, Zach. They was like praying, but I'm also swaying back and forth. I have a rosary for no fucking reason. Sunglasses down to here. That's Takeoff. He's the nigga in the back. Then he just rapes the fucking girl.
Yeah,
rapes the girl.
I have no clue how you can be a celebrity and rape.
Please, Brian, talk to me.
You know how many women you probably have that you don't have to rape? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But to me, I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe that turns him on, the rejection, which is a mental problem.
Yeah, like
he probably has so many girls throwing themselves on him. He's like, it's too easy. I don't want that. And then when the girls say no, he's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your problem? You know what I'm saying? I think he likes the fact that he's being rejected, and it turns him on in a weird way. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's definitely a weird thing.
I mean, Zach, he got a problem. Because this ain't like a time right now where you can just be willy-nilly with rape. Like, this doesn't even sound like, I don't know about that. This sounds like, that sounds about right. Because this girl Flower came out, boom, this is the deal. And now, like, the media and the stories are coming out. And when you, like, in the background, everybody knows the two other brothers in the Migos. But Takeoff, man. Takeoff need love, too. And Takeoff wasn't getting any love. But Brian's right. He was getting love. He just a sick motherfucker.
Yeah. He's about to get some in jail, in the shower.
Yeah, in the shower, the wrong kind of guy. Grown man love. Yeah. Another goddamn man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you somebody else who's not getting a lot of love right now. Is my nigga Ellen. They all over my nigga Ellen, boy. Who Ellen? You thought she was a lesbian, white lady. He was dancing around with niggas and all that kind of shit. She was going to get off, but she's a bitch. And your producer, the male guy, was grabbing dicks, trying to get blowjobs from dudes, just way out shit. A girl in Ellen's camp was like, Ellen, I got a medical, emergency. I gotta go. I got insurance. I'm gonna take off some time. Ellen was like, you thought you was gonna do that? Wrong answer, bitch. You fired. Ellen, you come into my room, to my office. You want to talk to me? Chew some gum. Now, the black DJ. We talked about Ellen last time. We still got to talk about it. The shit's still going. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. The old DJ is like, yeah, all that shit's true. Brad Garrett, the tall white dude from Brad Garrett, the fucking actor, he came out and was like, yeah. We were talking about Back to the Future. Leah Thompson from Back to the Future was like, yeah, Ellen's doing it. But then Kevin Hart came out and was like, that's my dog, Ellen. I think that some of these allegations aren't really true. And the niggas ain't Kevin Hart alive. It's like, where were you?
Should.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, what are you talking about?
Does this come as a surprise? She seems like one of those people on like a Tom Cruise, like John Travolta, like crazy fucking level where like I guarantee you behind closed doors, they are fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Like they think we are like ants and they think that they are above us, like Jerry Seinfeld level of like egos. You know what it reminds me of? You know the show, he has that show, Comedians in Cars with Coffee.
Yeah.
I forget who he was interviewing. I think it's Bill O'Reilly. And he's out at a coffee shop. And Jerry Seinfeld makes some kind of a comment about like some dude's attitude towards him. And Bill O'Reilly's like, I mean, you act like they owe you or something. And Jerry Seinfeld literally is like, I mean, they do. I gave them Seinfeld.
Yes,
and
yes.
like thinks that the world owes him something, and that he's so much better than us, and that they're above us. And Ellen, I'm sorry, she falls right into that fucking robot, like fucking monster screaming at people, and then the curtains open, and she's just like, "Oh, hi,
she's like
look,
dancing
hey, everybody."
Yeah.
And then as soon as the cameras are off and she goes behind the door, it's "fuck you," blah, 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 just screaming at people. I guarantee you. That doesn't come as a surprise.
Say it, B. I know. I can see it on your face. You want to say
something? No, I'm not. I agree with Zach. It's definitely an issue. I mean, these people have been praised for decades, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for their creativity and everything. So it's gonna go to their head. It's bound to go to their head. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. She fucked up. You fucked up, kid. You know, you were dancing. You know, that's why you can't give a fake image of yourself. I thought you were nice dancing around. Everybody know out the gate, the Uncivilized will get on your ass. So don't be surprised if I call you a stupid ass, making you do some stupid shit and shut your white ass up. I've always been like that. So I always keep it 100. Ellen should have kept it 100, and she didn't. But Brian and Zach, here's something very interesting. Guess who they're talking about replacing her with? Who? Eric Andre.
I heard that and I thought it was a fucking joke.
I mean, that's interesting.
It's hilarious. I am 1,000% for it.
You just might see a dick pop up out of the table like on primetime TV. Like, I don't know. And Lou, you was on some Eric Andre stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm in 6 new episodes. Yeah. I'm in 6 new episodes of the new season. Because I play Hannibal Buress' brother on the show.
When you bust in with those fucking army medals on and shit, I lose my shit every
I'm like out of my goddamn
time.
mind. And then someone floated the idea of like, you know, if Eric becomes that host, he would have a couple of people be like his Andy Richter or Sidecat. Don't be surprised because he knows you can act. If he calls you, if this becomes serious, because he wouldn't bring on Hannibal for it, because Hannibal wouldn't want to do that full time. Hannibal's
he's
still
got
like,
enough of his own
because Hannibal,
shit.
Hannibal's as big as he is, if not bigger.
He's
people like
bigger,
bigger. Because I can say Hannibal Buress, and they're like, "Cool, I know you're talking about." Like my mama don't know really who Eric Andre is until I have to remind the dumbass I'm on the fucking show. So, my own mama. But it could be something interesting with that. I mean, Brian, we would be shocked if you went from Ellen, like Slice of Pie America, to Eric Andre, and I'm behind the couch with no shirt on.
That'd be the greatest thing ever.
People would be watching it to be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I feel like they gotta go with somebody that's like a huge name. They're gonna give it to somebody like
James Corbin.
No, because
they're talking about him too.
With the political climate right now and the way that fucking white people are right now, they're going to try and give it to a black person. And
yes,
I bet they're going to do it. I bet somebody, Common.
Yes. Or John Legend.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, dude. Fuck yeah.
Common's there.
Most important factor here that you're forgetting, Brian. White people love Common.
Yeah.
Wayne Brady, fucking Wayne Brady. There.
Wayne Brady would be a big one.
There it is.
Yeah. Like what we were talking about with the Jay-Z and Beyonce Black is King video. And I was like, we were talking about, man, Beyonce, boom, 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 boom. We were talking about Beyonce versus Aaliyah when I was talking to Sum. And Sum's wife was like, Aaliyah was never Beyonce. What are you talking about? White people weren't listening to Aaliyah. Aaliyah couldn't go to China and they had to shut down China. If Beyonce showed up in China, they would have to, like Michael Jackson, shut the motherfucker down. Like Adele dressed up like Beyonce and posted a photo of herself with the video playing just to show Beyonce, hey, queen, look, I'm a fan. Adele has how many fucking Grammys? Adele's Adele. Adele can sing. You know, Adele's like, hey, Beyonce, you can sing, hold my beer, so can I. And Adele's like kissing Beyonce's ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous, man. The fame, you just can't let it get to your head. You can't get too crazy about it.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? Yep. But if I end up behind the couch with no shirt on with Eric Andre, this is gonna be interesting.
Don't let the fame get to you, boy. Don't let the fame get to you.
Yeah, we'll be doing this These Zooms, crazy as fuck. I'll bring Eric's stupid ass on and shit because he's crazy as fuck.
So have they even said that they were going to remove Ellen from her show?
Oh, she's quitting, Brian.
Oh, she's quitting.
She's gonna step down. People can't take pressure like this.
Mm.
You know what I mean? People like her. This is because she's always been the underdog. You know what I mean? Like lesbian had the show. She's fighting up. Her and Oprah's trying to help her get the show, which Oprah did, and that kind of stuff. And now you've had this. Oh, you're nice. As soon as people know that you're not, it's a bad look.
Well, it's not just that she's not. It's like you said, and I'm not. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Anybody that's listening that does correct us. I'm unaware of what she's done other than the show and the stand-up comedy. So it's like her entire platform was based on that character of being a good, relatable, down-to-earth, normal person. You know what I mean? So it's not just that she's not nice. It's that your whole fucking everything that you've marketed and branded yourself as, your whole fucking brand is bullshit. You're a fucking garbage person. And that's when people cave, because it's like, oh shit, now people know who I really am.
I mean, I've been watching Ellen so long. I remember when she had her own show, the actual sitcom Ellen.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember she had a sex scene with a guy, and I jerked off to it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. She also has a movie where I think it's her and Sharon Stone have a lesbian sex scene. That's a spicy little item. That's an old Philip the Sock item, if you know what I mean. This is going down the rails. So now I'm talking about everybody jerking off to Ellen.
All right.
Guys, this has been Uncivilized. I hate to put the last image of me jerking off to Ellen and Sharon Stone, but
we got one more. We got one. Let's talk about Jeff Ross.
Oh my God. I tried to get out of here before. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, look, Brian threw it in there. I tried to get out of it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Jeff Ross and his 33-year-old ass dating a 15-year-old girl. Let's talk about that.
I don't know what all there is to talk about other than arrest his ass. But go ahead, give him the rundown.
The roast master, Jeff Ross, who I've known from the Comedy Store probably since like 2000. I remember when I was doing comedy with Jackson, we'd see these guys out at the Comedy Store, Laugh Factory, such spots. And when he was in Boston, he was seeing a 15-year-old girl, and the father knew that he was seeing her. And the father was like, "Go ahead, Brian."
His father was okay with it.
Yeah, the father was like, "Oh, she seems like a adult girl." What did he say? He said, "Oh, she uses the train and stuff, so she seems adult." Because the bitch can take public transportation, that means she can also take a dick from a 33-year-old man. Jeff saw her from 15 to 18, and then he always made her shave her vagina because he wanted to feel like she was young. She couldn't wear any makeup, no red lipstick. He wanted her innocent. She got a little older at 18. They stopped the relationship. Then they rekindled it again, and then they ended it with 22. That was his cutoff. She was just too old for him at that point. He probably went looking for another 15-year-old girl. I don't understand the whole I'm a date a 15-year-old girl thing. I look at kids. Huh?
She said that he liked her innocence.
Yeah, he liked her innocence.
That's disgusting.
I have a hard time even talking to a 25-year-old person. Like a 15-year-old person is just like a bag of dumb. I don't even know what the fuck they call him. I'm definitely not in any way. Like, you have to be a sick motherfucker to even be attracted to somebody that's goddamn 15 years old. That's an idiot. Like
you said, 15. I can't even talk to a 22-year-old that comes into the bar. There's such a disparity in age and fucking generation and what the fuck they're even talking about and into that half the time I'm just like, I just tuned out and went fucking brain dead for a couple minutes.
Like when you're getting that, I'm like her dad. When you're getting close to like
gross
someone who's when you're getting into your 40s, getting like close to your mid 40s, even a motherfucker that's like 30, it's different. I remember when I was 30. When I was 30, I was going to meeting Brian and Cabo. We were punching each other with beers in the face. Like when you're in your 40s, you're not doing that. It's not doing it. It's not happening. You know what I mean? So it's just a different kind of hang. I mean, Jeff Ross, Louis C.K. Well, Louis C.K. was like grabbing girls' hands and putting in his dick. He wasn't like a pedophile, dude. But in that comedy world, you're dealing with losers. He doing a lot of people. Kevin Hart, short motherfucker, probably got his ass picked on. Niggas know that. Niggas can look at a young Kevin Hart. If he went to my high school, he would have gotten picked on. Get the fuck out. The niggas, there's bags of chips taller than that nigga. Chris Rock, definitely picked on. That's why I think everybody hates Chris. I think he's getting picked on in that fucking show. Martin Lawrence, a girl went to school with Martin Lawrence, and his ass was getting picked on all the goddamn time because he was like a weird, big-eared motherfucker. Most of the rappers you're watching, niggas know. The guys that were rapping in my school, they were like cool guys, but they weren't like tough motherfucking guys. Pull up the Migos photo in high school. Those were regular niggas. They was probably into sports. They were not tough guys. Let me let everybody know, and I'll look dead in the fucking camera. Any cat, definitely a black cat, that was like a tough guy, that nigga went to prison, and went to prison for extensive amounts of time. Every guy I knew in high school that was like a tough guy, like a motherfucker that was selling rocks when we were in high school, them niggas did like 15, 20 years. And you know how what's Loon's name? I was joking on Facebook that I didn't know who Loon was, the bad boy artist. I know that nigga's name is. That nigga's name is Muhammad Jabal, some Muslim shit. They always go Muslim, boom, boom, boom. Like I was talking to a homeboy of mine that was a Hoover Crip out here. And I said, oh, a homie of mine, his name is Yada Yada. And he said, nah, because this nigga was like a nigga with the business in the 80s. He said, I want the nigga's real name. That's jail shit. That's him going to jail. What's his real name? I said his real name is, oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. That nigga from Kitchen Crip. Ooh. So that's the whole point. Cats act like they tough, but really it's all a facade. Ellen shit's a facade. Most of these rappers are a facade. Definitely the athletes. Brian know this shit. Ain't no tall nigga really fight nobody. When you see Carmelo, them niggas fight. I will tell you, Zach, that normally when you're tall, now me, I've been bouncing, so I'm just used to competition. But a tall guy ain't fight nobody. Because people normally are just, oh, he's tall. Pick a fight with a tall person.
Yeah, no, I've told you. How many times have I told you I want to be in the bar scenario and switch fucking bodies? Because you can say shit and nobody's going to say shit to you because you're a giant. I say the same shit. People look at me and they're like, oh, I take this motherfucker. And I'm the one that they start swinging at.
Yeah. So it's just, people need to start being real, you know, just the entertainers and just be themselves. I don't know about the cancel culture that's canceling people. Maybe if Ellen apologized and created a better culture at work, maybe she could, you know, people forget about stuff too, Brian. You know what I mean? Maybe she can get a pass, you know? But damn, I don't know if she can't get a pass if Nick can't apologize. Nick got to get a pass also.
Yeah, I don't think they should get passes. I think if you're intolerant or an asshole, they're not apologizing and changing because out of the goodness of their hearts.
No.
They're doing it because they got caught and it affected their fucking wallet. So that's like, I'm not all for cancel culture if it's some bullshit that happened a long time ago. But if you get caught doing some dumb shit and society's like, nah, man, we're not going to do that dumb shit anymore. You don't get to be in the spotlight. You fucked up. Sorry. No sympathy. None. Zero.
Yeah, they canceling cats.
Bye, bitch.
Well, I mean, if that's the thing, I mean, I saw a photo of the 15-year-old girl that Ross was seeing. The bitch looked 25, but she was 15. Now she's coming out when she's 33. Is there a deadline that we should be like, hey, bitch, come out? Why don't you come out later? I mean, sooner.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like you were 15, your father approved on it, and you chose to continue a relationship till 22. Whose fault is that?
Yeah. Nah, man. Nah, you can't put the blame on the girl at all. That's a fucking grown man doing some nasty shit.
Well, he shouldn't have been doing it at all, but because he did it, she should have came out way sooner. Sooner.
And the dad shouldn't have allowed it. The dad's got to take some blame in that. Because the
dad, yes. The fucking perpetrator, pedophile for sure. The girl, sorry, I'm not going to fucking, I don't, like, that's, that right there in this scenario is victim blaming, which is a problem that does happen. And I just can't fucking do that. That was a young fucking girl. Think about the stupid shit you fucking did at 15 years old. And now we're supposed to sit here and act like this girl knew about it. Like, I was a fucking idiot all the way until yesterday.
What about at 22? What about when she was 22 and she was still involved with him, or 21?
I mean, she's an adult at that point. So, I mean, unless we're talking about, like, her being physically or sexually abused, then it's just a question of, you know, an adult. But I'm talking about a fucking child right now. I'm talking about a fucking 15, 16-year-old kid. That's a kid. Even at 21, I still look at 21-year-olds. I'm like, that's a fucking kid, man. That's a kid. You know what I mean?
That's a kid in these days. Because, I mean,
I mean, it is like you think about it, it's just arbitrary numbers. Like somebody at one point decided that 18 is the age and 21 you can vote. So now these have become like our bars. That's the scale now.
Motherfuckers was getting married at 15 back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
I was a fucking idiot at 22 years old. I did things at 28 years old that are fucking dumb, stupid. You know what I mean?
Jerry Lewis married his cousin when she was 13.
That's who I was thinking of when we were talking about it earlier, and I was like,
I'm saying we changed the legal age to 15, and we all go back to high school. And
no. Jerry Seinfeld had a 17-year-old girlfriend.
Guys, we can do that. Anybody who's looking at this, we're not gonna pick up no fucking kids. I don't even want to look at a motherfucking kid.
No,
but it is it's tough. It's not tough because she was a kid, but then for her to go back as an adult is just dumb. And then to bring it up now at 33, it's like should have brought shit up sooner. It's becoming too like, oh, this guy, he did this to me. It was 30 years ago. I'm like, God damn, it took you 30 years to bring the shit up. I mean, what are we talking about right now? So I hope at a certain point that's gonna get old. Like a certain point, people are like, you gotta start bringing the shit up sooner. Like 30 years later, it's like, God damn. I mean, shit. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's nice that we're in a point now where, like, politically and like socially and justice-wise speaking, that they actually they have a voice now.
They have a huge voice now.
That's the biggest thing that's changed. That's the only argument that I would say. That's why I feel like she is coming forward now, because 10, 15, 20 years ago, you were just getting shunned. You were getting silenced. You were getting blacklisted. You were getting fucking,
Social media has I wouldn't have known about this if it wasn't tweeted out. And I hope that, I guess she's going to get some money for this. Maybe people will check her out, I don't know.
She's married now.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Damn. That's way out. Because Jeff Ross is a fucked up looking motherfucker. Her husband must have been like, God damn, what the fuck? Kind of weird. She said we was having unprotected sex. So he was shooting up the club. For people that don't know what that is, I mean, he was busting inside of busting that old matzo ball soup inside.
Gross.
Okay. Maybe we should have ended this before we started.
Yeah, I think we should have.
The title of this is Uncivilized. Right? I'm a smart guy, but I'll say some fucked up shit.
Right. It was better, but it was just Moo jerking off. Honestly.
Yeah, no, we should have left it.
When Moo started talking about filling up socks, I was like, oh, okay.
This has been an excellent fucking time, guys.
Yeah.
Excellent time. We're going to end this one, Uncivilized Intellects. We literally have to end it before I get arrested. Like, I might have to self-arrest my fucking self because I'm going off the fucking rails today. We're going to see you guys next week. There'll be more shit. I'm Moo.
Brian.
I'm Zach.
You guys be safe out there. Wear a mask and wear a condom. Don't let people shoot up the club.
Yeah.
Don't let them come inside you with their nigger milk and lots of all soup juice and white guy mayonnaise and
shoot in the club.
So dumb.
And you need to. Yes.